I was seeing how long you could do. All right. Hello and welcome to Psych Ranters again.
We took a long break for the holidays. Now we're back.
Maybe a bit too long of a break.
Yeah, we got into that holiday slump.
Got out of it. Work's been busy and got excuses here and there for everything.
Yeah, and also recovering from Christmas.
That's true. Which I mean, kind of ties into our video today that we're making, which is about starts and stops in relationships. Although it's kind of more like phases.
Of starts and stops?
Yeah, phases of the relationship when when things start to change. And I mean, kind of just to dive into it, like it's not like anything shocking to say that people change
Yes.
all the time. I mean, people are changing constantly. I
Who
mean,
you were at the beginning of the relationship is not who you'll be in the middle or at the end,
a year from now,
a year from now, because we're all people. We're not the same people we were in sixth grade or when we were, you know, grow, learn, change, adapt.
yeah. I don't know how many times we've probably had things. We've reached points where wow, this isn't working anymore the way we thought it was working.
So we have to change.
Yeah, because you gotta adapt to the fact that your partner is changing constantly.
Exactly.
They're not.
And it's not like a bad change, it's just change.
Mhm.
You know, you have a routine and you're figuring out that that routine is just not working for you guys now. It was working before, but it isn't now. Something like that.
Mhm.
But it could
Yeah,
be with all sorts of things.
yeah. That kind of tied into my first point. It was just the realizing that we aren't in the same spot that you thought you were. I'm trying to give an example of it. I'd say sometimes when we were having an argument or about something, if we were to have an argument or discussion or something, it would be I think one thing was going this way and has always been going this way. And you would say, no, it's really been going this way to me. And
Even though you think things are great, things aren't just being seen from your perspective. The
yeah,
other person has a different perspective on it, and it may be different from yours. For instance, you may feel like you're communicating fine, but the other person feels like you're overpowering them in the conversation or not talking enough or something like that, you know?
yeah. I think we're kind of slipping into the topic of communication, which I mean is kind of the important part of the first part of this, which is just having the discussion that something needs to change.
Yeah. Which kind of leads into a good point of having check-ins with one another. Just see where you guys both at and what needs to adapt or change or what's going good and you're both are like, yeah, this is going really good. I want to continue to this, but I also want to change this and find a good way to communicate
Yeah.
and
Well,
make sure you both are not holding things back and
hmm, I say the things that sometimes even things that you thought were working at the beginning of the relationship that did work don't work 6 months, a year down the line. It's just people change. I mean, I think we've grown quite a bit together. I mean, we're I can pretty confidently say I'm not the same person I was before I met her.
oh, I'm 100% certain I'm not the same person I met when I met him. Trust me. I was different. But it's very much a better different now.
Yeah, we've rubbed off our strengths. Where I
We're
was lacking, she picked up. When where she was weaker than I tried to.
You can say lacking. It's okay to say I was
I was
lacking.
trying to be nice.
But
Was
not nice to yourself. Oh.
yeah,
Communication like that.
yeah. I mean, it's like understanding that there's gonna be seasons. There be
Exactly.
like everybody says, like you get the honeymoon phase and stuff like that. But like there can even be times when like you guys come, for lack of a better word, a revelation and like, oh my gosh, this wasn't working before, but now we discovered this about each other, and now we can try this, and then it's kind of gets, it gets fun and exciting again,
And
even
it
if,
feels like you're back in the honeymoon phase when you're just like, it's new and exciting and comforting at the same time.
hmm yeah,
So I feel like you can slip in and out of each phase. Like you can slip back into the honeymoon phase even if you've been married for 20, 50 years.
yeah,
It just takes like a moment of clarity or communication or just relaxing together and being calm.
yeah. And I know this is all we're being very abstract about this because it there's no really way to go super specific with this because it's such a case by case basis.
Yeah, every couple's different. Like every couple has their own different things that, you know, change and grow about them.
hmm
And it's also different based on your relationship, on how much you communicate and everything like that.
I think the biggest advice I could give on this would be literally to have check-ins. Definitely. Literally have a moment, like preferably a weekly basis of sitting down and talking about the health of your relationship.
Yeah. And don't take it as like an attack or anything like that when your spouse or partner comes up with anything that you think is going great, but it's not going great for them. Don't feel like it's an attack on you because it
hmm
is just them expressing themselves and you have to adapt to it.
Yeah,
But
you have
again, it's also case by case.
hmm you have to come with the perspective of I know my spouse wants the best for me. Regardless, I know they want the best. And you have to let them be brutally honest with you. Even if it sounds like, if they're going to say, hey, I really don't like this thing that you do. And you thought, what? I thought I was just, you know, I thought you liked that. And you're like, well, yeah. And then, but like recently, it's been really just been not helpful. It's been kind of, I suppose, to give one example for us, it would be I would try to do everything around the house. As soon as I got off work, I would be boom, come in the door, start cleaning, start doing everything, fixing everything I could.
Which, don't get me wrong, it is nice to have a very handy man around. But, but when I feel like he can't come home and relax with me and can't just be here with me, he's got to do all this different stuff. It like so frustrates me because I feel like I can't relax.
hmm
So then we're both wired, but you're doing everything and I can't do anything
Yeah, or
to where
like
I can't make it feel like I'm doing anything for you because you're doing everything else.
yeah, it's like even days where like I'm off and you work. Excuse me. Um, it you come home and I've done like everything. I got like I got dinner made. I got plans made for the rest of the day. I got the whole entire like all the laundry, house cleaned, everything. Like I didn't sit down for like the whole day on my day off.
Which has happened way more than once.
hmm
I have come home with new furniture in my house. Like fully built and everything. I have to tell you, this man, he just cannot relax. It is sweet at times, but it is also very frustrating because I want to be the person who calms your world, not gives it more things to do,
Hmm.
if you
I,
know what I mean.
I, to get back to the point what I was saying, I think what we're leading up to was I thought that she was being very appreciative. No, not appreciative. That's not the right word. I thought she would have been like, "Wow, he's doing all these great things and helping around the house, and he doesn't, you know, being helpful, for lack of a better word, being helpful. That's what I wanted to do." And what I didn't realize is my inability to like relax didn't make you didn't give you the ability to relax yourself. Plus, also me doing everything didn't allow you to serve me.
Exactly.
So it made you kind of feel like a bystander where I did everything.
Especially because your love language is acts of service. And if you're taking all the acts of service out,
Hmm.
how am I gonna, you know, show my appreciation to you
Yeah.
by, serving you?
And just for the record, it didn't. I know this makes it sound like I did everything and she wasn't doing anything. She does a lot. She does a lot around the house.
I try when
Yeah.
I try. He hasn't beaten me to it already.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to be like really sneaky about it
Hmm.
sometimes. Like when he's at work, I gotta take advantage. I gotta be like, I'm gonna take advantage of this time of him not being here to do things.
Yeah. But I mean, just that is one example of finding out that, wow, this doesn't actually work and we
Yeah.
need to try something different. And so I've tried to take steps back from it. I mean, I think things have improved quite a bit now that I've kind of let you take a step into it.
Yeah, I think we've gotten really better at that to where it's more like balanced.
Hmm.
To where we both feel like we're taking care of each other, not just one person taking care of the other.
Yeah, so when I come home from work and the first thing goes through my mind is, oh my gosh, I got all this stuff that he's done, and I got like yada yada yada, all this kind of stuff. Normally, like you would say, all right, sit down, relax. I got this.
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work.
Like, it did not work tonight, but it has been working. He made me pizza.
Not from scratch.
That doesn't matter. It
Any
doesn't matter.
anywho, we could go down this rabbit hole for about 30 more minutes.
We could go down this rabbit hole all day. But
The thing about this is that you're gonna go through phases, and it's gonna be hot and cold, hot and cold, and hot and cold, and hot and cold, and that's kind of just the cycle of just relationships. You're gonna have seasons where it's just gonna be like, man, this kind of sucks. Like, you know, I'm at work, she's at work, you know, you know, I suppose when we ever, you know, comes the day when we have kids, that's gonna add a whole nother complexity to it. It's just gonna be,
it's gonna be a lot of like routine.
yeah, but
And we all know like routine can get boring and
yeah,
for a lack of a better word, pretty boring.
yeah, but like that's kind of where you have to be consistent in learning more about and being committed to staying in touch
Yeah.
because like you can definitely lose touch.
Like your partners in life, not roommates.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Roommates can go off and live their own life and barely talk to one another or whatever. But literally your lives are entwined.
Hmm.
And you have to make sure that things are going well.
Yeah. You have to stay in touch because you can think one thing's one way and then the other person can think something's a complete opposite way.
Yeah.
You can think things are great and your partner thinks things are horrible. And then, before you know it, things can be in shambles.
You could be fighting all the time and just barely know each other.
Hmm.
That's why you got to keep growing together and keep learning all these new things about your partner so you can grow with them. Don't grow apart, grow together.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of to my last point is the, that's the fun part is that your partner is kind of just a never ending um, book that just keeps adding more chapters every so often. And you're just like, hmm. Oh no, there you go. It's like One Piece. It just keeps going on forever. And just the story is just never.
Oh my god.
It's got so many mysteries to it, and you just never figure it out. And
You
it's
know what it is like for me?
what?
SpongeBob. There's like 20 seasons. There's just so many seasons of life, and this person is adding a new, new, and new.
I hope I pass away before we get to the modern SpongeBob.
Oh gosh. Sorry, I'm just not a fan of like the 3D animation. It
Hmm.
really wigs me out. But
Yeah.
overall, I love SpongeBob. Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Love to be though. But yeah, your partner is not you. So they're not going to know what you're thinking. They're not going to be able to understand why you're getting upset or anything like that. And you have to make sure to keep them informed and grow together.
Hmm.
You can't just expect them to be a mind reader and say, "Oh, you should know by the way I'm acting that this isn't working for me." Or
Yeah. One of the dumbest, I think one of the dumbest lines that people can ever say is, "Well, if you love me, then you would know what I want."
which is not true. Like, yes, you can sort of tell like micro expressions, but it can't tell you exactly everything that's going through your brain.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you can see that, like, maybe, for instance, we're at a party and I'm getting uncomfortable. You can tell by the look on my face I'm getting uncomfortable. You don't know what it
Mm.
is that's making me uncomfortable, but you know it's something.
Mm.
So you can tell when something is off, you just don't know what it is. And your partner can't just, like, know it.
Yeah.
It's not like a superpower you get when you find the one.
Yeah. I mean, there can be you can be in tuned, but there's not like there never gets to the point where like minds sync together, and you're like
Yeah.
you just know what I was thinking. But yeah, it's it's a lot of fun, guys.
Oh, yeah. It's tons of fun, trust me. It's a roller coaster ride every day. Fun, but it can be a little scary and a little bumpy, but overall, definitely worth the ticket.
Marriage, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. It's hard, very hard.
That is true. You have to be willing to adapt and change and
You gotta have a little bit of a thick skin too, cause
oh yeah, because your partner is gonna know the most. Oh, they're gonna know everything about you, and they're gonna know what your buttons are. Like they're gonna know exactly your buttons,
yeah,
and they're gonna push them sometimes.
they're gonna
Not on
they're,
purpose.
they're gonna push,
Just like,
push.
oh. Trust me, this guy gets on my nerves sometimes, and I'm pretty sure I get on his too.
No, honey,
Oh gosh,
never.
what a fake. But it's that commitment and that love and that loyalty that make me want to be like, okay, let's figure this out.
Yeah.
Because, I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Even when you're a pain in the butt.
Never stop learning and never stop growing together. Definitely. And if you're single, understand that it's worth it. And there's still good people out there, okay?
Not everybody's bad, and I hate the saying there's an other fish in the sea, but don't let one person define how you see relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is always going to be one that's like,
Or even 10 people.
exactly, like you're going to find that one relationship that'll last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. But you gotta be picky.
Yeah. But you do have to be picky. Not like certain types of picky to where you're like, have to determine the guy's height and weight and all that.
Yeah.
But like more of your standards. Like he has to be.
Virtues. That's what I would say. Virtues.
Yes. That is the word I was looking for. He's got to have your values that you want.
Yeah.
That, because if you don't mesh together well on those things, like everything else can change. Weight and all that stuff can change, hair colors, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But your morals and your values, they don't necessarily always change.
Yeah.
Those kind of stick with you forever.
Yeah.
You gotta find somebody who's has similar to the same values you do, so you can stick together and work through the hard stuff.
Mm-hmm. Commitment. And, gosh, what's the word? I don't know. Patience. Patience.
Lots and lots of patience. Because your partner is not going to be perfect. No matter how much he seems like the perfect person, or she seems like the perfect girl, you know? Perfection is not made. It's not born. It's not in any of us. We are all imperfect, and that's what people fall in love with the most, though, because you find that that person that just matches your weird.
Yeah. And, I mean, we were lucky enough to find that person, and I think we really got off topic a little bit.
So
that's fine. That's kind of what this channel is about. Just kind
having fun.
Randomness. It's like just goes off the rails a little bit, and I'm like, all right, we gotta get back on the rails.
But we got through it.
We're still heading west somewhere.
We're still heading in that right direction. Maybe not on the map or like on the trail, but like we're heading in that direction.
We'll hit it someday. Very roundabout ways, but we eventually we get to our destination, even though it's like.
You can see how we navigate.
There we go. We got that.
You can see how we navigate. We're just like, we're heading in the right direction. We're good.
All right, guys. Well, remember patience, commitment, and
grow together. Together.
And if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.